think it's very easy for negotiators to not realize that pressure and stress is building up. Often there is a high tolerance for stress, so potentially some of these, the actions or the engagements or the dialogues don't feel stressful at the time, but can accumulate.
Well, coping with the pressure during negotiation, you do it in 2 or 3 folds. It starts with you as a person, it involves your team, it also has to do with your organization. You need to be able to manage your stress, the pressure you receive, to make sure you stay tuned to the tasks and to the objectives. You make sure that your team remains calm. They also remain cooperative. They don't lose temper. They don't lose energy and motivation. And yet your organization is able to meet the objectives.
Coping with stress is not easy. With time, you learn your steps. You know how to navigate. I've stumbled and I've managed to devise some survival strategies.
I try in a very intensive way to maintain the contact with my team, to share a lot with my team, and to associate my team to the managing of the negotiation.
I think for me, one of the most important is always focus on what I need to achieve, of the results I'm searching. And on that behalf, it's having always present the mission and the reason that has taken me there. I try to always keep focused on what I have, on the resources available, on not raising expectations, both of my team, my country office, and mainly the people we are working for. So I think if you have that clarity, it helps a lot.
One of the things I try and do most is take a step back and encourage everyone in the team to take a step back. Whether it's literally pausing and saying, let's resume tomorrow, to avoid information overload or fatigue, or whether it's just taking a step back and looking at, are we still going in the direction of our objectives, or have we strayed? And also making sure you celebrate some of the smaller milestones, making sure that the team feels energized.
On top of that, I have quite a supportive management from the country director, deputy country director, head of office, and the colleagues. It makes life much easier. It's not easy to run a one-man show, so you need a supporting company, which I fortunately have.
On the other side, there's the personal situation, which means taking care of oneself, having the time and space to keep on strong, healthy. I try to keep an eye on myself all the time, try to do something to relax, be also aware of what I can do and what I cannot do, what is under my control and what is not, and what type of help or resources I need to sort a certain situation.
Also, at individual level, I avoid to remain alone. When I go back in my room at the residence, try to be connected to my family, to talk with my family, to share with my family.
I think it's very important to try to always get the feedback from the people around you, from the people that you trust and that should be trusting you, to know that you are on the right track, and if not, being able to correct it at the right moment. Otherwise, the pressure just builds up, and we don't do the work we have to do in the best way we can.
The CCHN family itself is a very vibrant family with a lot of abilities to make you feel at home. You know, one thing that I am taking away is self-awareness. Okay, which we normally take for granted when we are doing our job. You forget that you also need to have to be self-aware. You also need to be supported. You also need to have some conscious mind of who you are, or otherwise you'll be drained by the efforts.
information and the tools introduced for individuals to cope with their stress and handle difficult situations are some of the key elements of this retreat.
And one thing that is particularly important is that these tools are very practical. You know, people in the field always need very practical tools, very concrete stuff, because we need to act, and we need to act fast and rightly.
It will help me as a manager to also support the whole team that I'm working with.